Did you know that Japan is home to 25 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, showcasing its rich culture and history? Imagine exploring them all in one epic trip. Sounds incredible, right? In this video, you will embark on an incredible journey through Japan, visiting all 25 UNESCO sites in a whirlwind adventure that highlights the country's unique heritage and beauty. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride. Now let's be real for a second. Planning a trip to Japan can be overwhelming. I mean, there's so much to see and do, and how do you even decide on the best route? You might be asking yourself, how can I make the most of my time while and where to go and what amazing spots to visit? It's a challenge for sure. But fear not, because I've got some tips and tricks to help you navigate this epic adventure. Visiting one or more of the 25 UNESCO sites can help you choosing where to go. In this video, you'll embark on a journey to explore all 25 Japanese World Heritage Sites in 2024. In the description, I put a link to a Google My Maps so you can see and look back where they are located in Japan. So grab your virtual passport and let's get started. All right, let's dive into the exploration of these UNESCO sites. Number 25, Amami-Oshima Island, Tokunoshima Island, northern part of Okinawa Island, and Iriomote Island. This UNESCO World Heritage Site features a series of subtropical rainforests on Japan's southernmost islands. Renowned for their high biodiversity and numerous threatened endemic species, these rainforests require protection to ensure their continued survival. Endangered species such as the Amami rabbit and the Ryukyu long-haired rat are among the unique wildlife found here. Although the UNESCO listing primarily highlights the uninhabited rainforest areas, the islands are also popular with tourists who are drawn to their pristine coastlines, stunning scenery, and coral reefs. Number 24, Ogasawara Islands. The Ogasawara Islands, accessible only by a 24-hour ferry ride from Tokyo, are a remote archipelago renowned for their unique ecosystems and natural wonders. This UNESCO World Heritage Site comprises over 30 subtropical islands, with Chichijima and Hahajima being the only inhabited ones. The island's isolation has fostered a diverse range of species, including 195 endangered bird species and numerous endemic plants. Visitors can explore these pristine environments through hiking, snorkeling, and scuba diving, with opportunities to encounter marine life such as sea turtles and dolphins. The island's untouched beauty and rich biodiversity make them a remarkable destination for nature enthusiasts. Number 23, Shiretoko. At the northeastern tip of Hokkaido, Japan's northern island, lies Shiretoko, a stunning and biodiverse natural park that serves as a haven for numerous threatened migratory birds. This pristine area, untouched by development, allows its ecosystem to flourish uninterrupted. Visitors can marvel at the breathtaking views of deep green forests and the blue ocean, witness the mesmerizing drifting sea ice phenomenon, and embark on sightseeing boat cruises to spot Shiretoko's wildlife. Another excellent way to experience Shiretoko's natural beauty is by visiting the Shiretoko Five Lakes, which offers superb views of the surrounding wilderness. Number 22, Yakushima. This island in Kagoshima Prefecture has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site, celebrated for its astounding natural wealth. The island's biodiverse ecosystem features trees that have existed for thousands of years, including the ancient Yomonsugi, a 7,200-year-old cedar tree. Adventurous travelers can reach Jomonsugi by embarking on a roughly 6-hour hike through the forest. Another highlight is the Shiratani-Unsuikyo ravine, which winds through the island's dense woodland. This area, an inspiration for Studio Ghibli's Princess Mononoke, features moss-covered rocks, ferns, and ancient trees that create a mystical, otherworldly landscape, best explored at a leisurely pace on one of the many available hikes. Number 21, Shirakami-sanchi. Shirakami-sanchi is Asia's largest remaining virgin beach forest, spanning parts of northern Japan for 12,000 years. This breathtaking mountain range remains largely untouched and undisturbed by development, preserving its rare and pristine nature. The forest is home to numerous species, including black bears and 87 species of birds. Shirakami-sanchi's main attraction is its network of scenic hiking trails that guide visitors through forests, waterfalls, mountain peaks, and lakes, offering a serene immersion in nature. Popular hikes include the trail to Enmon Falls and the Unico, 12 Lakes area, known for its series of small lakes and ponds. Number 20. Jomon Prehistoric Sites in northern Japan. The property encompasses 17 archaeological sites in the southern part of Hokkaido Island and northern Tohoku, spanning a variety of geographical settings, including mountains, hills, plains, lowlands, inland bays, lakes, and rivers. These sites uniquely testify to the 10,000-year development of the pre-agricultural yet sedentary Jomon culture, along with its complex spiritual beliefs and rituals. They illustrate the emergence, growth, and adaptation to environmental changes of a sedentary hunter-fisher-gatherer society that began around 13,000 BCE. Jomon spirituality is reflected in tangible objects such as lacquered pots, clay tablets with foot impressions, the famous goggle-eyed dog figurines, and ritual places like earthworks and large stone circles exceeding 50 meters in diameter. This serial property attests to the rare and early development of pre-agricultural sedentism from its inception to maturity. For the full locations, see the descriptions and the location on the map. Number 19. Mozu-Furuichi Kofun Group, Mounded Tombs of Ancient Japan. On a plateau above the Osaka Plain lies a cluster of 49 Kofun, or burial mounds, representing the richest cultural legacy of Japan's Kofun period from the 3rd to 6th centuries. Recently added to the UNESCO World Heritage List, these mounds vary in size and design, reflecting different social classes and showcasing sophisticated construction techniques. The grandest of these is 600 meters wide and houses the mausoleum of Emperor Nintoku, notable for its distinctive keyhole shape and large moat. Visitors can explore the area via a 2.8-kilometer walkway surrounding Emperor Nintoku's tomb, or visit the Osaka Prefectural Chikatsu Asuka Museum to view earthenware and terracotta figures found in the Kofun. Additionally, the Sakai City Hall Observatory offers a unique panoramic view of the area. Number 18. Hidden Christian Sites in the Nagasaki region. A lesser-known but deeply revealing aspect of Japan's history can be found in the northwestern part of Kyushu Island. This UNESCO World Heritage Site consists of 12 components that document the era of Christian prohibition in Japan and the subsequent rebuilding of these communities after the ban was lifted in 1873. Included are 10 villages, 1 castle, and 1 cathedral, all dating from the 17th to 19th centuries. The necessity of worshiping in secret for many years shaped the development of these sites, offering a fascinating insight into a darker chapter of Japan's history. Number 17. Sacred Island of Okinoshima and associated sites in the Munakata region. The island of Okinoshima is so sacred that access is highly restricted, with only priests tending to the shrine allowed on the island. Consequently, the island's rituals and traditions of worship have remained undisturbed by outside influence, evolving organically since the 4th century. Okinoshima is venerated at the ancient Munakata Grand Shrine, which consists of 3 different shrines. Okitsumiya Shrine, located on Okinoshima itself, is not open to the public. Visitors can explore Hetsumiya Shrine, the main shrine, which is easily accessible on Kyushu's main island. After a short ferry ride, visitors can also visit Oshima Island, home to the 3rd shrine, Nakatsumiya Shrine. Here, visitors can also pay homage to Okinoshima from afar at Okitsumiya Yohaisho, which serves as a worship hall. The architectural work of Le Corbusier, an outstanding contribution to the modern movement. The UNESCO World Heritage listing includes 17 sites representing the work of the architectural master Le Corbusier across 7 countries, including Japan. Le Corbusier aimed to address the challenges of contemporary living within the modernist framework, experimenting with different forms that have endured over time. The only Japanese entry is the National Museum of Western Art in Ueno, Tokyo, which is Japan's premier public art gallery specializing in Western art. The design, structural elements, architectural details, and furnishings of the building are all based on the modular, Le Corbusier's unique system of measurements designed to make architecture harmonious with human proportions. The construction of the museum in 1959 symbolized the resumption of diplomatic relations between Japan and France after World War II. Number 15. Sites of Japan's Meiji Industrial Revolution, iron and steel, shipbuilding and coal mining. Many of Japan's UNESCO World Heritage Sites feature ancient religious architecture. But in this instance, UNESCO has chosen to highlight relics of Japan's modern history. During the Meiji era, Japan underwent rapid industrialization, particularly in the southwest. The listing includes 23 sites across 8 prefectures, from Kagoshima to Saga, featuring the intriguing abandoned island and former coal mine of Gunkanjima, Battleship Island. These sites play a crucial role in telling the story of Japan's development, providing fascinating insights into the country's swift transition to modernity. For the full locations, see the descriptions and the location on the map. Number 14. Tomioka Silk Mill and related sites. Number 14. Tomioka Silk Mill and related sites. Established in 1872 by the Meiji government, the Tomioka Silk Mill was Japan's first modern silk mill to utilize Western technology and machinery. The high-quality silk produced here was exported worldwide, playing a pivotal role in Japan's modernization and industrialization, and fostering international trade relations. Located in Gunma Prefecture, the UNESCO World Heritage listing includes 4 sites related to raw silk production. These sites have been well preserved since their closure in the 1980s, allowing visitors to explore and learn about silk production from that era. Exhibitions in the silk reeling mill and the East Warehouse feature the reeling machines used in the 1980s, providing an up-close look at the mill's operations. Number 13. Fujisan, sacred place and source of artistic inspiration. Revered for centuries, Mount Fuji is an iconic and globally renowned symbol of Japan. This majestic volcano, with its perfect contours and elegant snow-capped peak, has long inspired artists, especially the ukiyo-e woodblock print masters of the Edo period, 1603 to 1868. Today it continues to draw pilgrims, artists, and tourists. Many sites on the mountain are considered sacred, showcasing fascinating and beautiful natural and volcanic features. For many visitors, climbing Mount Fuji's 3,776 meters is the ultimate Japanese experience. Number 12. Hiraizumi temples, gardens, and archaeological sites representing the Buddhist Pure Land. Hiraizumi, established in the 12th century as a political center in northern Japan, briefly rivaled Kyoto in power during the Heian period. This short-lived city was the political and administrative hub of the northern realm in the 11th and 12th centuries. The temples and gardens of Hiraizumi were created based on the ideals of Pure Land Buddhism, aiming to realize a Buddhist paradise in this life through the observance of Buddhist laws. The 4 Pure Land Gardens of Hiraizumi, 3 of which focus on the sacred Mount Kinkisan, exemplify a fusion between Pure Land Buddhist ideals and indigenous Japanese concepts relating to the relationship between gardens, water, and the surrounding landscape. 2 of these gardens have been reconstructed with details recovered from excavations, while the other 2 remain buried. Number 11. Iwami Ginzan, silver mine and its cultural landscape. Since its discovery in 1526, the Iwami Ginzan silver mine was in action for over 400 years. During the 16th and 17th centuries, Japan became the top producer of silver in the world, and for a time in the 17th century, a third of the silver produced in the world came from the town of Omori in Shimane Prefecture. This production contributed to the economic development of the area and promoted cultural interactions between the people of Omori and the countries they were trading with. Despite closing in the 1920s, the mine still continues to add value to the area, as it was registered as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2007, bringing in tourists interested in the remarkable history of the mine. A number of old merchant houses remain in the town, some converted into eateries, and a visit to the Rugenji Mabu mineshaft reproduces the atmosphere of the past. Number 10. Sacred sites and pilgrimage routes in the Kii mountain range. Deep in the densely forested Kii Peninsula lies a network of pilgrimage routes connecting 3 of Japan's most sacred sites, the Kumano Taisha Shrines, Mount Koya, and Ise-Jingu. Spanning over 300 kilometers, these paths wind along jagged coastlines and traverse treacherous mountain trails, collectively known as the Kumano-Koto pilgrimage routes. The area has drawn pilgrims for centuries, who find spirituality in both the natural surroundings and the shrines constructed there. It has also become a popular destination for tourists and non-religious visitors. Walking along one of these many paths reveals some of Japan's most splendid and majestic natural landscapes, as well as beautiful examples of traditional religious architecture. Number 09. Gusuku sites and related properties of the Kingdom of Ryukyu. The unique culture of the Kingdom of Ryukyu is preserved through a collection of sites and monuments that span roughly 500 years of history on Okinawa Island. Before Okinawa's annexation by Japan in 1879, it was an independent nation with a distinct history. Number 9. Gusuku sites and related properties of the Kingdom of Ryukyu. The unique culture of the Kingdom of Ryukyu is preserved through a collection of sites and monuments that span roughly 500 years of history on Okinawa Island. Before Okinawa's annexation by Japan in 1879, it was an independent nation with a distinct history separate from the rest of Japan. The Kingdom of Ryukyu was a key hub for economic and cultural exchange between East Asia and Southeast Asia, which is reflected in its distinctive and colorful architecture. The UNESCO World Heritage listing includes 9 castles and related sites, such as Shikinen Royal Garden, the second residence of the Ryukyu royal family, the expansive Nakagusuku Castle, and Seifutaki, the most sacred site in the indigenous Okinawan religion. Number 8. Shrines and Temples of Nikko, closely linked to the history of the Tokugawa shoguns. The shrines and temples of Nikko have long been a sacred site in Japan. Set amid beautiful natural surroundings, the architectural marvels of the Toshogu Shrine Complex draw numerous visitors, captivated by the intricate carvings and exquisite gold leaf detail. While Toshogu Shrine is the most famous of Nikko's attractions, the UNESCO World Heritage listing also includes the Shinto Futaro-san Shrine and the Buddhist temple Rinnoji. Many of these structures were built in the 17th century and are celebrated for their preservation, restoration, and architectural expertise. Number 7.
Is actually
Historic
smaller
monuments
than
of
the one that
ancient
it
Nara,
replaced.
the cultural treasures of Nara,
Nara
Japan's
is a
ancient
beautiful
capital,
and
are
historic
celebrated
city
with 8
in
UNESCO
central
World Heritage
Japan.
Sites.
For
These
most
include
of
the
the
temples
8th
of
century,
Todaiji,
Nara was the
Kofukuji,
capital of
Toshidaiji,
ancient Japan.
Gangoji,
This World
and
Heritage
Yakushima,
Site
as well as the
celebrates
Kasuga
and
Taisha
honors the
Shrine,
legacy
Himeji-jo
of that
Palace
brief
in
but
Mount Kasuga
shining
Primeval
period
Forest.
in the city's
Collectively
history.
known as the Monuments of Ancient
We
Nara,
started our
the city
visit
exudes
at
historical
Todaiji,
charm,
one of the most
offering visitors the
important
feeling of
temples
stepping back
in the
time.
city.
Additionally,
Known
you
as
can
the
enjoy the
Eastern
unique
Great
experience
Temple,
of feeding the numerous
this
deer that
large
freely roam
building
the city
houses
in Nara
an
Park.
ancient and colossal statue of Buddha. This statue is
Number 6. Itsukushima Shinto Shrine, one of Japan's most iconic shrines. Itsukushima Shrine in Hiroshima Prefecture is renowned for its mystical torii gate that appears to float on the sea during high tide. Founded in the 12th century by the influential military leader Taira no Kyomori, Itsukushima Shrine has long been a significant center of Shintoism. Located on Itsukushima Island, also known as Miyajima Shrine Island, the shrine and its floating red torii gate in the Seto Inland Sea have become world-famous symbols of Japan. After crossing the sea on one of the many ferries departing from Hiroshima, visitors can explore the vermilion lacquered buildings of Itsukushima Shrine, encounter the island's freely roaming deer, savor local delicacies such as momiji manju, maple leaf-shaped cakes filled with sweet bean paste or other fillings, and even walk to the giant torii during low tide. Number 5. Hiroshima Peace Memorial, Jinbaku Dome. The Jinbaku Dome, atomic bomb dome, is the only structure that remains standing after the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima on August 6, 1945. As a powerful
today,
symbol of the
the
atomic
dome
bomb's
stands in
destructive
Peace
force,
Memorial
it
Park,
serves as a vital
preserved
reminder
almost
of the
exactly as it
devastation
was
and the
after the
importance of world
explosion
peace.
in 1945.
Located within Hiroshima's Peace Memorial
It's a
Park,
sobering
the atomic
reminder
bomb dome
of
is an ideal
exactly
starting
what
point for
mankind
exploring the
is
park's Peace
capable
Memorial
of,
facilities.
and an important,
Visitors can gain a deeper
unique
understanding
World
of the
Heritage
events of
Site.
August 6th at the Peace Memorial Museum, ring the peace bell symbolizing a world without borders, and honor the thousands of innocent children affected by the bombing at the Children's Peace Monument. Number 4. Historic villages of Shirakawa-go and Gokayama. The historic villages of Shirakawa and Gokayama are renowned for their steeply pitched thatched roofs, known as gasho zukuri. This distinctive architectural style, unique to this region of Japan, is designed to withstand heavy snowfall. Nestled deep in a remote mountainous area, the villages were historically isolated from the rest of the country, leading to a self-sufficient way of life for the villagers. Many of the houses have been preserved, with some converted into museums to educate visitors about the village's history, while others serve as traditional accommodations. Number 3. Historic monuments of ancient Kyoto, Uji, and Otsu cities. Kyoto served as Japan's imperial capital from 794 until the Meiji Restoration in the 19th century, when the capital was moved to Edo, now Tokyo. As Japan's cultural center for over 1,000 years, Kyoto is a prime destination for exploring the country's rich history and architectural marvels. The UNESCO World Heritage listing includes 17 significant sites, such as the gold-clad Kinkakuji Temple, the majestic Kiyomizudera Temple, and the elegantly decorated Nijo Castle. Visitors can immerse themselves in the allure of ancient temples and shrines, appreciate the classical beauty of Japanese architecture, find tranquility in the majestic traditional gardens, and savor local delicacies like the popular Uji matcha tea. Celebrated as a masterpiece of 17th century Japanese castle architecture, is primarily constructed of wood, featuring white plastered walls and elegant forms that have earned it the nickname Shirakawa-go, or White Heron Castle. Remarkably, it has withstood earthquakes and bombing raids, standing for over 400 years on its moat-surrounded perch. Visitors can explore the grounds of one of Japan's original castles, marvel at its impressive main keep, and climb to the top floor for a unique view of Himeji City. The castle is also renowned for its stunning 1,000 cherry trees that bloom beautifully every spring. For a unique perspective, visitors can enjoy a tranquil boat ride along the castle's moat. Number 1. Buddhist monuments in the Horyu-ji area. Nara Prefecture's Horyu-ji Temple, home to the oldest surviving wooden structures in the world, is a remarkable collection of ancient architectural marvels. The Horyu-ji area features 48 Buddhist monuments across 2 temple sites, Horyu-ji and Hokkaido. These monuments date from the late 7th to early 8th century, shortly after Buddhism was introduced to Japan. Among the significant structures are the 5-story pagoda, the central gate, and the main hall, each housing numerous artifacts and national treasures. There you have it. We've explored the highlights of all 25 UNESCO sites and the incredible stories they tell about Japan's rich culture and history. Each site is not just a place to visit, but a piece of heritage that connects us to the past and inspires us for the future. It's essential to preserve these cultural treasures for generations to come, so they can continue to enrich our lives and the lives of those who follow. If you enjoyed this adventure, be sure to check out my next video where I delve deeper into one of these amazing sites. Or I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite UNESCO site? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, happy travels.